and I have to report that I did not shit myself this week.
That's good.
No.
Keep us updated on that. weekly updates. I don't know. I mean, it may never happen again, but it's worth checking on. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 102 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is TheRealPortz, and EvilSpaceBunny's here.
Hi.
Bunny? Hey. What's up?
I'm good. How you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Super good? You feeling gorgeous?
Absolutely.
Amazing?
Feeling gorgeous. My gorgeous PS5 arrived today.
Oh, you
So,
actually did
I was
get
happy
it.
about that. Although it came a little earlier than I thought, and I had to leave work early, which is a little weird, but everything's fine. It's safe. Somehow.
It's safe.
It arrived in a giant brown box that didn't say PS4 on it, so that was good.
Oh, yeah? It didn't say anything like,
It
anything
wasn't like, hey,
inconspicuous?
steal this if you're poor. It didn't say that, so that was good. People thought it was cat food or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely thought it was cat food.
How you doing, though?
I'm doing all right. I didn't get to play as many games this week. I kind of got sick over the weekend, so... I know. It was kind
It's the
of...
worst time to be sick.
I know. I had plans. I had plans to play some video games, and I didn't get to play nearly as much as I laid in bed dying. But
That's messed up.
my cat was there, so that was nice.
Cat was there.
Yeah, Pooper was there with me. He really wants to go to bed.
Pooper was there while you were pooping.
He doesn't follow me into the bathroom, thank fucking God. Although, in the bathroom downstairs, he can actually put his paw underneath the door, so he'll do that just to let me know that he's
Our
thinking
cats do
of
that
me.
too.
It's so weird. He never
Yeah.
used to do it before.
It's
and
weird because,
just that
okay,
bathroom.
so I have an office that's closed off almost all the time.
Right.
Like, I don't want to let cats in here usually.
Yeah.
The cats never put their paws under this door unless Fabian's in here. And they don't put their paws under the bathroom door unless Fabian's in there.
They're like, Mom,
Yep.
please,
Yeah,
Mom.
they're needy fuckers. Mama's boys.
Mama's boys. Oh, that's cute, though.
She was like, you can get them to like you if you just feed them. And I'm like, it's a lot of work.
That's what I keep saying to my roommates. So Pooper likes Zach, but Pooper still is very hesitant of Phil. And so like if Phil comes and talks to me, like when we're just like chilling and like he's like on my door talking to me about something, Pooper will just stare at him and just like death glare and like hiss at him sometimes. And I'm like, just feed him dinner every once in a while. And Phil's like, yeah, that means I have to come out of my room and like get it out of the can.
Me and Phil would get along, I feel.
He's a good guy. He really wants Pooper's affection, but yeah, you gotta make Pooper love you.
What I did with Mando, we have Mando and Archer, and Archer is the mama's boy, like 100%. And Mando likes me, and I think it's because we're both kind of like, I don't really, we're like hard to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll outlast his hard to get, and then he'll come to me for pets, and then I give the best fucking pets, and he loves it. We have a passionate love affair every time I come home from work.
You're like, oh.
And I think it helps that I come home from work first.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I haven't been pet in 8 hours. Please give me affection
Yeah,
immediately.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is a podcast about cats now.
We're a cat cast. Also, you called it. I like my cats.
I fucking called it. I'm sorry.
You called it.
Not really, but
I feel like we got very lucky with our cats. They like us and they like each other. They are obsessed with each other.
Yeah.
All right. They have makeout sessions that last hours. They're like, you go to pet a cat and he's just dripping fucking wet from being licked from the other cat.
So you have a wop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wet ass.
It's crazy.
Wet ass pussy. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're trying to get Zach's cat and Pooper to get along, and Callie, she's very vocal, and she just screams for no reason.
Ugh.
And she literally is just like scream, and like it's starting to kind of dissipate finally. But yeah, we've just been like forcing them together, and we're like, all right, it's gonna happen, it has to happen. Zach's gonna start going back to work, and I can't monitor 2 cats in 2 different rooms, so
Right.
but yeah, anyway, did you play video games?
I did.
Yeah?
But not as much as. Here's the thing.
Okay, is this our off week?
A day and a half from now,
Uh-huh.
Group Iron Man releases for
Oh,
RuneScape.
that's right.
The following day, Dota 2 International happens,
Yeah,
which may or may not have made the news.
it did.
I don't know how I'm going to have time for video games this week that are not RuneScape and Dota. It's pretty much impossible. So if I have something to say that's not those 2 things next week, holy shit.
Well,
How did I do it? I'm amazing.
yeah.
If I didn't, it's expected. You know what I mean? Lower the expectations.
Yeah, we'll lower it. We'll keep it low for next
Thank
week.
you. Appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I
you're
got my PS5 today. You might be saying to yourself, you should probably have some games to talk about. I did manage to squeeze in an hour of Ratchet Clank today,
Oh, how was that?
which is fucking good.
Yeah.
Number one, it's better than it has any right to be being like a children's game for a 29-year-old male to be playing by himself.
Right.
And also, it looks goddamn incredible. And the one thing that I've noticed more than anything is it doesn't have a goddamn loading screen ever,
Yeah.
which is neat. I like that a lot. And it's not like the bullshit Max Payne 3 no loading screen where it's like 25 minutes of cutscenes. It's like maybe 30 seconds of cutscenes.
Yeah.
Very good.
I forgot what people complained about that game. Oh, the foliage didn't move when you were like walking through it or something perfectly, and like people were like complaining about it. It's like, dude, get the
Seems like a pretty minor complaint. But yeah, I mean,
fuck up.
sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
Right.
Otherwise, things are very good. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't really walked through that much foliage.
Just don't
I have
worry about it.
transported dimensions though. So
Oh.
this is like an interdimensional game, which close to the time travel stuff. I like that a lot.
Uh-huh.
And so when a portal opens up and you go through it, there's no load screen and there's no cutscene. There's nothing. It's just like, boom, you're in an entire different map that looks way different.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's very, no other game loads that quickly. It's very fucking amazing.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a big fan. Big fan of Ratchet Clank here.
I didn't realize it had that good of loading screens to it, or loading times, I should say.
Yeah,
rather.
it's just loading in the background all the time, I guess. I have no fucking idea how they do it, but
Magic.
I hope that other games follow suit because it's very, very enjoyable to play. Because when loading screens happen in video games, you get to think about the other things you could be doing with your time, or even worse, if you're video game addicted so hardcore to the point that I am, you start thinking about the other video games you
should
could be
be
playing.
You're like,
And Ratchet Clank is like, no, beautiful colors all the time. There's fucking cogs being thrown at you for level ups and shit. You're good. Just keep fucking going. You know what I mean?
It gives you that dopamine straight to your brain.
Dopamine
constant,
is hitting you whether you want it or not, whether you're full or not.
constant dopamine, feeding that goldfish brain of yours. It sounds like my kind of game. Fuck.
It's pretty good.
I
Yeah,
wanna get
I would
a
recommend it.
PlayStation
It's a good game.
Okay.
So I bought a bundle. All right.
Yeah.
I bought a bundle. Okay. So some people might say I fed the scalpers. Okay. But I don't think that's true. All right. I bought a PlayStation 5. It was the disc edition. And I got 2 games. And I got a $50 GameStop gift card. And I got a year of PlayStation Plus.
Oh, okay.
All of that I'm going to use except for the second game I got, which is NBA 2K22. I will try it, but I'm not going to enjoy it. There's
Take it to GameStop.
pretty much no chance because If I wanted to play NBA 2K22, I would buy it on my fucking computer. Number one, it's cheaper. Number two, you can cheat.
Oh, can you not cheat?
And those games are
Oh.
those games are unplayable without cheat codes because on the PC you have to launch Cheat Engine. I don't know if you've ever used that.
Yeah.
But it's a hex editor. You cannot do that on a PlayStation 5.
No. I didn't
And it's the only way to play that game without buying shit because they've nuked that series into the fucking ground with downloadable and fucking payable fucking pay to win bullshit. So I will not be playing that game. I actually might tomorrow just like go fucking trade it in for $10.
I was just going to
at
say,
GameStop.
yeah, go to GameStop, take your $50 game gift card, and then you could go trade that piece of shit in and be like, I don't want it. Take it.
Exactly.
Take it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll buy a different game.
There you go.
Which I have already done.
Ooh.
Which is Marvel Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Which I never played on the PS4. And I got the Miles Morales one.
Mm-hmm.
We've not played that. So I would say next week I could talk about it. But it's pretty unlikely. Maybe on the weekend. Maybe I'll squeeze some time in.
I'm trying to think of the one PlayStation 5 game that I really want, and it's really expensive, and like people were getting mad that it was like a $70 game. Returnal, I think.
Isn't that all of them?
I don't know.
Pretty sure all the PS5 games are $70.
Are they? Okay. Well, that makes more sense.
So
yeah, the PlayStation.
Yeah, Far Cry 6 is yeah. I think most of them are.
Okay.
Returnal, I do want very badly.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wait until I can actually fucking play the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is exactly the kind of game that's gonna be on PlayStation Plus in like 6 months.
Oh, you think so? You think it's gonna fall from the graces?
I do because no one has a console. Who's buying it? Like, just give it away.
Just give it away.
Just give it away.
Just give it away. It's fine.
No one can buy consoles right now except me and other people who follow the same Twitter account as I do.
Yeah, is that so? That accusation that you made a couple weeks ago, do you need to retake? You need to take that back.
I do. Yeah. Okay. Whoever that was, that I thought maybe was scalping. Maybe bought a bundle. And it's up to you to decide which that is. And if it's a scalp, then I scalped. Or were bought from a scalper. I don't know how the fuck those adverbs fucking work. I don't know how the English language works, but I know
Twitter
that either they fucked up and I fucked up, so we both fucked up, or they didn't fuck up and I didn't fuck up. That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit. Okay. Nobody fucked
Either
up.
one of those could be true. And I will never name this person. Squeaks.
Okay, fair.
So how are you and what have you played?
Okay.
Oh, also I played Pillars of 2 and Divine Divinity. And the only thing I have to say is Divine Divinity can suck a fucking dick.
Oh no, what happened? You were like so into it last week.
Fucking hard. Jesus Christ. You would love this game.
Tomorrow or last week.
You would love this fucking game because it robs you of all your resources. Your money, your fucking potions are gone. Okay? Unless you scum save, you will never beat this game. It gets really hard.
It gets really hard and it's bullying me.
Yeah, it's bullying the shit out of me. And also if you don't save well, you have to redo a lot of things, which is totally doable.
Yeah.
But it's annoying as fucking shit.
Okay.
So we'll see if I ever touch that game again.
Okay.
What did you play?
I played, I forgot to bring this up last week, but I didn't realize how fucking close I was to the end of Children of Morta. So I played that for a little bit, trying to like...
That has an end? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
It actually has an ending to the story.
I need to start that game.
It's good. It's really good. I was genuinely surprised. I still love how beautiful that game looks. But yeah, I beat that last week. I just was so sucked up in my other games that I forgot about it. I finished...
How many games have you beat this year?
I have no idea. I forgot to keep track of any of them. I'll have to actually go through.
Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm a fucking idiot. I went back to finish Crow's Eye. That had the most anticlimactic ending. It was like they had this great story and then they didn't know how to end it and then they just ended it and I was like really pissed. And like the bad guy at the very end has like a joke. He was like fake Joker. He sounded like fake Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called him fake Joker the entire time. And then he literally goes on a bad guy like tangent where he rambles for like 15 minutes and then the game ends. And I'm like, I fucking hate this. Why? It was so good until this moment. And I was really mad. I was like on stream and I was like legit mad. What else did I play?
You beat 2 games this week and you're like, I didn't really play
I
that
didn't
one.
really play that. Well, I didn't. I did try to play some more Journey to a Savage Planet, but like I said, I was a little sick this weekend. Today, I decided to go into my itch.io folder because I always forget about that thing because all I do is look at Steam. And I decided to boot up some random games from there.
What if?
Yeah.
Let me just float this by you. See how it fits. You know what I mean?
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. I think I know what you're going to say.
You import those games.
Oh, shit. That's actually a smart idea. Okay, that's not what I was expecting you to say.
Yeah. Just import those games to Steam, and you can have a separate category that's just itch.io games.
Oh, shit. That's smart.
Yeah. Big brain as fuck.
Big
Anyway,
brain as
continue.
fuck.
I would never support an indie game, so don't confuse this for me having this. I have not implemented this idea. I would never do that because I think only rich CEOs should have vacations and stuff.
Oh,
so,
yeah, obviously. And then have shit fits on Twitter and everything. And
exactly.
Yeah. So I went into my itch.io. I played Satan Loves Cake. And it's almost like a ROM. It feels like a Game Boy game. The controls aren't great, but it looks so cute and it's like pink and white and black and it's like really cutesy and like Satan talks a lot of shit and he just wants his fucking
I'm not sure
cake.
how I feel about Satan being in a game that's cute.
He's cute. I don't know how else to describe it. The game is called Satan Loves Cake.
Yeah.
And like
it's hard to argue with the title of the game, to be honest.
He's really cute looking and like he just
The
wants
first
some
thing you
fucking
search
cake.
when you search Satan Loves, by the way, is you. So that's a little scary. I'm gonna have to look into that later.
Yeah. You might be, since you were raised, with your homeschooling, you might not want to look into that one.
No, I'm ready.
You're ready? You're prepared?
I'm
Okay.
ready to learn the truth.
You're ready to learn the truth. But yeah,
I hope my parents listen to this episode. That'd be really interesting.
This is-
I should do a my parents react to my fucking podcast episode.
it's just us shit talking the entire time.
Thanks for the $5 of soda, you motherfuckers. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, I played that. The controls are a little wonky to get used to. Like you have to do like this weird charge thing, and like I'm so used to pressing forward to move forward, and then but like you have to push down to do this charge jump, and it was just like frustrating me. So I put that one aside for a little bit, and then I played this other one that's not very long. And I'm kind of sad it wasn't longer because it reminded me of Papers, Please, but it's called No More Papers, Please. And you're basically in an office and you're like filling out paperwork and you're just like checking things and you're like, and if you don't do it right, it gets rejected. And so you have to redo it. And then you're shredding documents and you're just trying to get home to your like wife and kids. And so
which part about that reminded you of Papers, Please?
Because it's kind of the same monotonous tasks and checking on things constantly and trying to like manage.
Oh, I didn't know there were papers in Papers, Please.
Are you sure? But yes.
That seems like a blatant ripoff title. Jesus
a little
Christ.
bit. But I really kind of enjoyed it. It's like I said, it's really short. And I just
Satan Loves Cake is 90 minutes long.
Satan Loves Cake is 90 minutes long. Papers, Please is like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Jesus. Jesus Christ!
Look,
These are not video games.
Okay.
I'm glad we're not doing our competition anymore. Holy shit.
You should look up the game called Death Trips. You can play it in about 10 seconds.
No.
It's the funniest fucking shit. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I ended up playing this week. Mostly just I'm trying to clear my backlog. I made a promise to myself, no more new games. Just clear backlog.
So you already had these games?
Yeah, I had all these games.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to go through my indie
bottom
stuff.
when you were trying to beat me.
When I was trying to beat you last year, I would specifically find games that were like 2 hours and buy them immediately. I didn't play all of them, but now I'm trying to work on it.
I get it. That's fine.
Are you sure you get it?
I don't even care.
I was a competition. I was determined.
I forgot we did a competition.
And then I turned it into a competition against myself.
Yeah, where you lost and won.
I lost and I won at the same time. So yeah. Do you want to talk about your Dota experience and your Dota coaching?
We got coached in Dota.
And how did that go?
Well, it's interesting. So the only experience of coaching that I've ever had before was like submitting a replay to somebody who's already streaming, and you can just like type to them while they talk at you, which is a really inefficient way to communicate with people. It's almost worse than two people texting each other. It's almost worse because the other person, the streamer doesn't wait for you to type your full thoughts out.
Right.
They just say a bunch of garbage, and then by the time you've responded to something, it's 5 minutes later in stream time. So it's been really nice to have live feedback on the things I'm saying. Because I have preconceived notions about, how I play Dota, how the team that we just constructed 6 weeks ago, I've only played like 15 matches together. It's interesting to get all of that at once. And yeah, I don't know. He's a listener to the podcast. I don't know how much I want to say. The coach,
he
very
listens
good.
to the
And
podcast? Oh, nice. Hi.
yes, he congratulated us on 100 episodes, which was very nice.
Aww.
And he should accept some money from us.
Yeah, I think you should.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you
See
should
what I'm saying?
slide
2 against
into
1,
DMs.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Yeah. Let him.
His name's Ninja Taiga.
Ninja Taiga. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I think you should slide some money at him. Yeah, I always, so my experience when I was doing like actual competitive gaming and trying to like take it up with TF2 back when I was
What was Pong?
Really young.
Back
Oh,
then?
yeah, Pong, professional Pong. I was totally in that scene.
Like at arcades or something?
Yeah, exactly. I would
Weren't you the one who like discredited the Pac-Man guy?
Yes, that was me. I also broke.
You're like, no, that's an emulator. I know. I use one too.
I use
and then
one
it
too.
disqualified both of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fuck Billy. So when I did TF2, I watched like my replays, I watched logs and stuff like that, and then we would have like a powwow in the middle of the week. And then we would like go over the mistakes. And so you would like have it up and you would highlight it and then you would send that person the highlight.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is TF2 the kind of game where it's very obvious when you're watching what the mistakes are?
It can be like definitely with positioning.
Because
in
Dota 2, some of it's obvious, but a lot of it is up to interpretation. Because there's so fucking much depth in the game that a very articulate person could describe away things that they were doing with like a specific reason or whatever.
Right.
And it's difficult to pin people down for things specifically.
I mean,
now you bring in somebody who's very good at the game, like twice as good as we are, maybe more, definitely more. And it like that list of things that you can just like explain away narrows, but it's still, there's some, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's always going to be margins and like way people do things differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it difficult. It's one of my favorite things about the game because it's so complicated and there's so many things you can do.
Right.
And people succeed in ways that you don't understand. Like there's pro players creating metas that other pros would be like, I don't think that would really work. And then they see it happen, they're like, oh my fucking god. That we're not doing that. I don't want to mislead you. But there is still the concern of like, I could just say, like, my idea of Dota goes this one way. And if I'm winning 60% of my games, I'm basically right.
Right.
Even if I'm wrong, I'm basically right. Because 60% of my games, I win. And that's how you climb in Dota. So, like getting a higher percentage than win rate than a loss rate, right?
Right.
So it's interesting. Now, in this tournament, we've dead tied. So we're not doing anything particularly super awful and particularly super good. Or we're alternating between them equally. It's interesting. Also, there's a fucking Smurf in the league. Just want to say. I'm just throwing it out there.
You just throwing it out there?
Just throwing it out there. His name is One True King. So
this was like a podcast where we don't make
what
accusations.
Else do you want to talk about?
I was gonna say it's totally possible to like commit like no errors or no mistakes in your gameplay and you could still lose. Like it's just sometimes that's just the nature of the game.
I mean, yeah, technically, but it's almost impossible to play perfectly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Almost impossible. So it's like you could focus on, couldn't have done anything. But if there was something you could do, you should focus on that. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's do the news. You ready for that?
Let's do the news.
We have a
I heard
lot
she's
of
pretty hot.
I mean, Konami is kind of looking interesting. What do you think?
Yes, I mean, definitely. If I'm a little, let me hold on.
Not Kojima, Konami.
Still though. After a couple drinks, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes you date for looks, sometimes you date for money. Konami has some money.
Konami has
with
some money
pachinko
because all they
machines.
do is fucking shitty
Pachinko.
soccer games right now.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But they're the people who own like all the pachinko machines in Japan, aren't they?
I think so.
So
yeah, there you go. They got that.
Yeah,
but
they got that. They got that smoker glued to the gambling shit.
They got that gambling money.
Yeah.
So they actually made some recent changes in the structure of their company, and they were going through some major issues and some changes. There was rumors floating around that they were going to completely dissolve the game development teams, but those ended up being
those
false.
have been around for a while. I remember when they fired Kojima, they were like, maybe they're done in games.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, wait, what?
Oh, wait, what? Video games make money? Wait, what?
Yeah, they're like, wait, there's soccer games we could just sell Ultimate Teams for?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks EA for the dip.
It's no FIFA, but they do mostly primarily like soccer games, and they've tried
What
to
are the soccer games that they make?
It's literally like soccer, something soccer.
Oh.
I was trying to look up their most like recent games, and all it has been soccer games. They tried to revive like the Bomberman games recently, but this is their big announcement. So they decided to like consolidate their production divisions and move around key personnels, as they say. It still sounds like downsizing, but they also announced a change in their investors. And that's probably because, like I said, they haven't had a big win, and all they've been doing is like football/soccer games. And they have some other like weird cutesy games that I didn't even realize were them.
If you're going to tell me that Tencent invested in this company, I'm going to leave right now.
I don't think they're invested in this one, and we are actually going to talk about Tencent in a little bit. But
of course we are.
Of course we are.
It's going to be, proceedingly, it's going to be very difficult not to talk about Tencent going forward. They're going to own everything.
They're trying, but they might not anymore. We'll see what happens with what's going on in China. But that's another story. So they recently announced that they're going to be reviving some of their classics. So Konami is going to bring back Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, and the Silent Hill games, and possibly try to like resurrect their golden age of games. Cause like I fucking loved Castlevania, and like Silent Hill, like their PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games were just they were fucking money. But that was mostly because of Kojima. And like Kojima was such a huge influence on Metal Gear and Silent Hill. So as much as Konami wants to revive these games and bring themselves back into this, I don't know how it's going to work for them. How do you think?
I mean, reviving games is such a crapshoot.
Right.
I mean, look at Tony Hawk. All right. Just look into his eyes. All right. And ask him if you should make fucking Symphony of the Night again.
Tony?
He's going to say yes if he has any money involved, because it will make money.
Right.
But the thing is, it's sad and not good.
It's not creative. I'll give it that.
It's not creative, and you can't recapture the nostalgia. Like,
no, look at how bad.
I say this
Dota
fully
2.
knowing.
We're not Dota 2. Sorry.
Fuck you.
Diablo 2. Sorry, Diablo 2. Diablo 2. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that made money. See, this is the whole point.
Right.
It makes money. Doesn't really necessarily lead to anything good other than money, which is obviously what Konami is focused on. So I'm sure it'll do that. I'm sure schmucks will buy up MGS 1 through 4 or whatever. It will.
Right.
For sure. But fuck you.
How do you...
Because it is creatively bankrupt, and it will get no new people into it.
Right.
That's the problem. You're capping yourself at a subset of people who enjoyed the game in the first place. And anyone else who tries it, even if it leads to more sales, is going to fucking hate it. Case in point, I played Symphony of the Night 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking dog shit. I fucking hate that game.
Really?
Because it's not fucking 2003 or whenever the fuck that game came out.
Oh, when did that game come out?
It's probably 2001
Probably
or something.
2001. 1999, somewhere in there.
Yeah. That game was fucking awful. As a modern gamer, it was awful. Look, before I played the game, I played the soundtrack back hundreds of times.
Oh, yeah.
The soundtrack to that game is fucking amazing. Playing the game right now, as someone who doesn't have nostalgia for it, is bad.
Yeah, I guess that's...
I think exactly the same thing of KOTOR, the remake. I mean, remake is a little different because maybe you could modernize it in a way that's fucking incredible. But even the story of KOTOR is like pretty silly. Like it's very like, yeah, there's the cool twist or whatever, but it's like the dialogue and shit. Like if you're not rewriting that shit, it's gonna be pretty cringy. I don't know if they're gonna or not, but on its own, a KOTOR remake would not have cut it. Or remaster, I guess.
Right.
A remake, whatever. It could go either way. It's probably going to piss off old fans and not create that many new. So it's probably going to be bad. But, I don't know. Konami, they're going to make money. And that's all they want to do.
Yeah.
So.
They just want a quick cash. You think they want a quick cash grab is what it is?
100%. That's literally all they want. And it's clear from everything they've done in the past, 10 years.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is, whatever. That's how you run a company. It's fine. But it's how you ruin gaming, motherfuckers.
Do you think?
And if they're going to stay in the industry, maybe this is a net gain, to be honest. Because otherwise, it's like we never get Metal Gear again.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is exactly.
What if Kojima went back to Konami?
No. I'd rather them sell the rights to MGS to him.
To him.
So that he can operate it himself.
Right.
The idea of him under Konami again is I would never suggest he take that deal.
Yeah.
So maybe if he re-releases Death Stranding 4 more times, he can afford that IP. You know?
Yeah, he'll just turn. Death Stranding will turn into the new GTA and
Look,
Skyrim.
It doesn't even have to be that. People love walking around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's to say no to walking around again? It's just more walking.
It's just more walking.
You signed up for the boring shit the first time. Why wouldn't you sign up for it again?
Right, and then maybe you'll run into some hobbits, and then you'll go on an adventure. Who the fuck knows? It's just a bunch of walking.
You could have 9 Kojimas gathered in a fellowship.
the Fellowship
You have to
of
destroy
Kojimas.
the fun in video games.
Oh no!
That could work.
The Fellowship of Ruining Fun. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to recapture it. It's interesting as them to do this, but I don't think it's gonna go well either.
I would love to be wrong.
I always love being wrong. This next story I was kind of wrong about, I guess. Daddy Jeffrey Bezos says that New World is Amazon's success. After 8 years.
Is he even?
No, he doesn't work
I
for
thought
them.
didn't he quit?
Yes, he doesn't. He has nothing to do with.
He's still talking about shit.
Still,
What the fuck?
He's still
Be in space, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jeffrey Bezos.
You left this planet. Why are you still worried about the concerns of this Earth? You've taken William Shatner now. Leave. Repopularize Mars,
something,
Earth,
go away.
Moon. I don't know where the fuck they are.
Know. Yeah.
But he needs to shut the fuck up.
But it does kind of appear that way after being delayed, having a rough beta, and then dealing with like the horrible queue times that is happening.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
As a RuneScape player, if I hear one more motherfucking time that it's a RuneScape-like game, I will just fucking lose my goddamn mind.
I didn't even say it this time. Who said it?
It's not you, but it's everyone.
I knew
so
it.
many people, and I
knew
can't for the fucking life of me understand what they fucking mean. Not one of them can make a direct comparison other than chopping fucking wood, which is in shitloads of MMOs.
Maybe it's just the grindiness. Who knows?
It's nowhere near. If your tiny fucking acorn fucking brain could conceive of the time that you have to spend in fucking RuneScape, it would blow the tiny acorn away. Is the point?
That's fair. I agree.
My headphones did fall off during that.
Did you get them? Did you put them back on? Are you set?
It doesn't fucking make any sense.
Okay.
I did. I got them.
Are you good? Are you feeling better?
No.
Okay. Well, how do you...
Because the next person I see post that on Twitter is going to have to face the consequences.
Right.
And the consequences are you have to come on this podcast and defend yourself
against you. I don't
from
think
my
most people
flurry of examples of it not fucking being RuneScape. That being said, it looks like a fun game.
It looks like a fun game. I'm glad you think so. I still have yet to install it. Right now they're currently locking down servers that are repopulated and not allowing new characters to be made on the current server, which I think is a smart move. I haven't heard of too many MMOs like locking down servers like this. But I think it's a smart move, especially just like because I know a lot of streamers are getting harassed during that and like always being, and I think that's kind of a nice maneuver to like potentially protect people like that. Also to protect the fucing servers from being swarmed, like spurged.
Yeah.
But like, it's gotten a lot. This game has gotten a lot better, and it's been well more received than Crucible did, which, you know, as we know, got shut down after a few months of its launch, and is even no longer available to play. Boomerang and like a bunch of other Bloomberg and a bunch of other websites have shit all over Amazon gaming studios, including us. I mean, they went 8 years.
We're the pioneers, to be honest.
Yeah. And like, I think part of the reason for this game's success currently is partly the mass exodus from Activision games. Like, a lot of people left World of Warcraft. They wanted something like World of Warcraft. They went to like Final Fantasy, and it's way different of an MMO than Final Fantasy, and so I think this is people switching to this. But you know,
I think for sure that plays a factor. Absolutely,
right,
yeah.
right. And like they've already added.
Thank God, because even WoW players were desperate.
Yeah,
but they didn't know how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here's the way.
Yeah. I think a lot of WoW players only continue to play WoW, myself included, because there was nothing else to play. Like, there was no other
RuneScape.
MMOs.
You guys just didn't know about RuneScape.
Oh, God, no.
You didn't know about it. And here's the proof, okay? When I was streaming it, what'd you say to me? What'd you fucking say?
It kind of reminds me of RuneScape and how grindy it is.
No. What? No.
Wait, what?
When I was streaming RuneScape, what did you say?
Oh.
Do you remember? Constantly. You were like, I had no fucking idea this game was this complicated.
Oh,
you had no idea what was in the game.
That's true. I didn't.
And most people don't. And by the way, there's like no way to teach that to people who haven't played it because it is just that impenetrable. But yeah.
Yeah, some people also don't want
Play
that
RuneScape,
complicated stuff. So, but it's free to play, correct? This MMO?
New World?
Yeah.
It's pay to own.
Pay to own. That's what I thought. Free to play. Yeah. Okay. So so my experience with most free to play MMOs is they don't last very long.
Guild Wars 2 lasted.
That's true. Guild Wars 2 did last.
What you want? 2012. What's up?
I played Guild Wars 1 and I played Guild Wars 2, so fucking sit down.
Yeah, yourself.
I was a 55 monk at Guild Wars 1. I made actual money from that fucking game. Being a teenager.
But you're the one that said that they don't last, so
I mean, they don't last. That's the thing, is the money dried up. But the thing is, like, how long do you predict this game to go?
Like, how long does an MMO need to last for it to be successful?
I think it needs to at least last a year. And still be relevant for 6 months at least.
So Guild Wars 1 and 2 definitely qualify.
Holy shit, I just got a shiver. Sorry. Yeah,
God damn. I think you got some snot on me just now. Jesus Christ. What are you, like fucking 1,500 miles from me?
It's gotta be 2,000 miles away from you. Jesus Christ.
That was a good guess.
I remember because it was like 2,060 miles.
You're the one who drove it?
I did drive it.
You drove it.
I drove it.
Yeah. With your Fallout mask and all.
That's true. Me and Todd Howard made it. I think a lot of like free to play MMOs start out really strong and then they quickly like dip.
So free to play is different though. Like, yeah. So an example of a failed like pay to own. What do they call it? They call it something stupid. I don't know. But we know what we're talking about. You have to pay for the game, but you don't have to pay for the subscription.
Right.
WildStar. I remember being that way.
Yeah.
Wait, did they have a subscription? Or maybe they switched to subscription. That's the problem with MMOs is they can switch back and forth and you never know if you don't play it yourself.
Right. Yeah, I think if they add pay to win content to this game, it will definitely kill it off very quickly.
Oh, 100%.
Because then people are like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
There's some stuff like the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the only 2 MMOs I know that were subscription based and then went to free to play that still exist are because they're like, what did I hear from a YouTube video recently? What they call them? They were theme park MMOs.
Okay.
Which means Star Wars: The Old Republic, you're going to Star Wars planets and you're participating in Star Wars. And that, as long as you honor the Star Wars, it doesn't really matter what the fuck your game is. people just like to be part of the Star Wars fucking thing, which I 100% agree. I love being part of the Star Wars fucking thing. That game was awesome. But so that's gone free to play, and there's so many ways to just you can buy shit off the cartel market and then sell it for a bajillion credits, and just pay to win just easily, XP boosts, whatever the fuck, all of it.
Yeah.
Which I think New World is gonna do.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they already mentioned.
I think they said already their plan is to do that next year, which is maybe bad. But Lord of the Rings Online also did this. Which is another theme park, like, oh, you just want to like see the Lord of the Rings sites, which I do, and hear the Lord of the Rings music, and I do, and it's awesome. But it only survives on that. New World has nothing like that, so it's like, you gotta have some other qualities to last longer. I know it's only been a couple weeks since it's been out,
right?
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because
I'm sure that I'll get the itch to play it as soon as it starts dying.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to deal with fucking queue times. It is tempting to like play something like that again and like have a community.
They gotta have like lower servers that don't have queue times, right?
They did add some new NA East because those servers seem to be the most overwhelmed. But it seems like almost everywhere has at least a queue time still, from what I was reading. Anyway, we have lots of news.
Wow.
Lots of news still to cover.
Okay.
So China, Tencent
Exists. Oh,
China's banning more shit. Well, some gay
Jesus.
shit, technically.
What?
I just had to, because
Okay.
that's my favorite thing. So China is actually going to start banning games that portray in their eyes, games that promote
Gay shit.
incorrect values and inaccurate understandings of the country's history and culture. So remember how Devotion got banned off of every platform for making fun of the Chinese president? Maybe it can actually make its way back onto other platforms, since China's just going to ban a bunch of shit anyway. So on top of banning anything that badmouths China or doesn't portray these like correct values, they're also going to start banning inmasculine males, basically, or anything that promotes same-sex relationships or characters that don't have a clear gender. So I guess no dream daddy for these guys that are over 18, since everybody under the age of 18 only has 3 hours to play video games all week. But how long do you think it's until China just completely bans video games? Like, they've been trying to deal with like this video game addiction with like underage people. Now they're just like banning video games that don't like respect their like culture and their values and stuff according to them, and like they're very anti-LGBTQ. Now what's gonna be the next step? I know that's the slippery slope escalation, but do you think it will get to that point where they're just gonna be like, nah, fuck video games?
Well, I don't think video games are the only problem, and I don't even think they're the main problem for them.
Right.
And I say problem, I obviously don't mean they're a problem. I mean for them, the way they see things. Right. Yeah, I think movies, they've been banning specific types of movies, and they've been influencing the posters that they use, right? Didn't they like block out the fucking Black Panther? Like they literally got rid of the black guy on the poster.
Yeah, so
who's like the guy in the movie.
Yeah,
like,
they just had him in the cat suit in all their posters and stuff like that. And then once they realized, like, people got into the movie theaters and then they realized that he was black, and they're just like, what the fuck? Yeah, there has been a lot of like racism among like movies and video games.
I mean, they're everything.
Yeah.
They're like literally any bad take you could have in the United States. Like, cancelable material is like a requirement for the Chinese government. Like, I don't think there is an end to it. Like, I think it just goes until we stop sending shit there, basically.
Right. So with that being said, like, game companies like Tencent that own all these fucking game companies in other countries. Like, Riot is technically a U.S. company still. Even though Tencent owns 100% and has 100% stake in that company, they're still a U.S. company. Just like Epic. Epic is 40% owned by Tencent. It's still a U.S. company. And there are other games companies that are owned 100% by Tencent that are in completely different countries. So, like, if they have any of these influences, they'll have to ban that game. So, like, think of League of Legends. There's one character that I can't think of his name, but he's like a crystal paladin. He is very flamboyant. And he has like a pink skin, and he was my favorite League of Legends character, and I can't remember his name, but like, just because he was so flamboyant. Are they going to just ban League of Legends?
I know two champions in League of Legends. There's Vigar and something with a Z. And I don't think either of them is that guy.
Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time trying to look it up, but like
obviously that's not the important
right
piece.
But do you think, like, because that's gonna happen, like what Tencent is gonna do, like, how are they gonna be able to handle this? Like, if League of Legends, imagine if League of Legends gets banned in China, or like Dota gets banned in China, like, how bonkers would that be? Because they don't follow their thing.
Eventually, either China will realize they like money more than their morals, or someone else, like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, someone else will either buy Tencent, or Tencent will sell off their shares to someone else or something.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening.
League of Legends, if 150 million people still want to play that game, they're going to fucking play it. It doesn't matter who owns it. It doesn't matter where the fuck it is.
Right.
They're going to fucking play it.
Right, 100%.
Like, the amount of people involved is too important. Like, the Chinese government can't quell that, I don't think.
I mean, they already do a good job quelling their fucking people, so it's...
Well, yeah, but those people are already...
Yeah.
You know,
yes,
they're indoctrinated, quite literally.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, and they've already told companies.
But for the rest of the world, I'm saying,
yeah, that's true.
They can't stop Koreans and fucking, other Asian countries and us from playing fucking League of Legends.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
Right. So yeah, Tencent will probably.
They can stop their own population from. Yeah, absolutely, they can stop their own population from playing it. But once they realize they're fucking over Tencent this much.
But they already told.
I don't know.
They already specifically told Tencent, "Don't worry about your profits. Worry about like our country." I think Tencent is going to leave.
Yeah, but Tencent's not gonna do that.
I think Tencent is gonna try to leave, escape from China, as a company.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good video game title.
Escape from China.
The Tencent story.
The Tencent story.
If there's not a documentary about that in 10 years, I'll fucking eat a shoe.
Okay. What kind of shoe? A Croc?
No, a baby flip-flop.
Baby flip-flop? Gross. Okay. It's got to be at least well-worn. Dota.
Sure.
You ready?
Babies don't have smelly feet yet, though, so it's fine.
I could find some smelly feet babies to walk around in some flip-flops. Outside in some shit and water.
Jesus.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll get you fucking smelly flip-flop. Anyway, Dota.
What?
They had their issues with the internationals.
Did they? I don't think they did. Everything's gone according to plan. It was always going to be in Romania. It was always going to not have a live audience. So
yeah.
I was always not going to go. So no, I actually did want to go, but they took too long to announce it. So originally, I don't know if this was in the story that you had, but originally the international, by the way, $40 million esports tournament, $18 million to the winners, which is just
so much money.
So much stupid, filthy money. It's awesome. I remember when I was talking to a buddy of mine who's like he was kind of rich, like wanted to like get into things that would make him more rich.
Right.
And I was like, have you looked at esports? And he's like, no. And I brought up, this is like 6 years ago.
Right.
And I was like, just look up the international like Dota tournament. And at the time, it was like $25 million.
Yeah.
Almost half of what it is
Holy
now.
shit.
Or double, or a little more than half. But he looked it up and he was like, oh my God, it's like one of the highest, like almost no sport beats that.
No.
And now $40 million, I don't think any sports beat that.
I don't think so.
I can't think of one tournament where you win $18 million as the fucking winner. I don't think it exists.
I think it's specifically only a thing in esports, and it's definitely a thing.
Well, Valve does an amazing thing, which is crowdfunding the prize pool. And it's succeeded year after year, more and more and more. And it's awesome. But this event got really fucked because of COVID.
Mm-hmm. I
don't know what your news story says, but the first thing that happened was they said, well, it's going to be in Sweden. It's going to be in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yeah.
The Swedes are going to have us, and it's going to be good. And then like 4 days later or something, they're like, we're not doing that because they literally turned us down.
Yeah, it's
after the fact.
It's
because their COVID cases were spiking.
It's also because the country's government wouldn't classify the international as an elite sporting event, which would also help alleviate some of the travel restrictions, getting people to the event.
But why would they do that?
I mean, probably because it's a pandemic.
When it literally brings shitloads of money into your country.
It does.
So the reason they did it is, yes, safety, 100%. I understand. But it's a little late. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They said no. So the international got pushed back, and then they're like, oh, fuck, we're like looking around, and then Romania's like, we never get anybody.
Yeah.
So get over here, and we'll have you. And they're like, fine. Now, a lot of bad things happen, which is an entire team got COVID, which is not good. Because I want to believe this. Look, there's a lot of reasons to be disappointed in Gaben and Valve surrounding Dota 2. 100%. There's so many reasons. But I think they got blindsided because this event was not supposed to happen in Romania. I can't imagine Romania was the easiest to work with and the best, most, like, they're not the most experienced people about hosting a fucking $40 million tournament. Right? So there's a lot of problems. Number one, they had no place to quarantine the players that got COVID. That's not good. They should probably solve that. Maybe they did already. I'm not sure. But so the entire team got COVID. A week later, they're like, we're not going to fucking have people here. Like, there's going to be no, I forget what their arena capacity was, but it was like over 10,000 people for sure. And so they're like, we're not going to have those people here, which sucks because some people were already there. This is 12 days before the tournament. That's
right. Okay. It's supposed to happen, on the 12th?
The Thursday.
Oh,
Thursday. It's supposed to happen on a fucking Thursday.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize it was that soon.
Yeah. So, not good on that front as well. I understand it. I definitely understand it. Because you don't want to be, aside from caring about people, which companies definitely do, you don't want to be the face of, they got 10 million people sick or whatever. Or not 10 million, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the whole stadium.
They just nuked the fucking Romania with their COVID, basically.
Yeah.
You don't want to be part of that. So I understand, but it's so late. It's like, Jesus Christ. Maybe we should just last year they didn't have one.
Yeah.
Last year there was no international because Valve, which by the way means Gabe Newell, said the live audience is too important. We're just not going to have it. So this year they're like, live audience, we're doing it. And then they're like, wait, fuck, people are getting sick. No live audience.
No live
it's
audience.
Like, so we just delayed a year for no reason. And it's not good. Honestly very disappointing. I'm glad that I didn't get tickets, even though I really wanted them. I just happened to be my work schedule didn't work out where I could take time off in October because it was supposed to be August. But it sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. God, that would suck to be one of those people that's stuck there right now. Holy fuck, I didn't realize.
I don't know if it's true, but the first post I saw after they posted that was like, hey, thanks. I'm from Brazil. Just got here.
Oh, no. That'd be so depressing, dude. No.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you just have like a... So, one other thing that happened out of that was on the same post. I don't know if they ever connected or if they're doing shit or not. But somebody posted, they're like, hey, I live in one of the surrounding countries. I forget which one.
Yeah.
They're like, if you want, you can come down to the pub. We're going to have the guy put it on the screen. Like, we could watch it here. And
cute.
they were like, yeah, cool. So, hopefully that guy got a good experience out of it anyway.
Yeah, he got to, like, hang out possibly with some other Dota heads. Does Dota have, like, a team, like, a name? I don't know. Fans? Dota fans?
No, I don't think so. I can't think of one. I don't think League of Legends has one either.
I don't think so either.
Leaguers?
Extraordinary leaguers. Sounds almost like liquors.
I don't know. Yeah, hardly know it.
Anyway, okay, last thing I want to talk about. Sorry, this is turning into a long episode.
Nah, whatever. Fuck 'em.
Activision. We have to talk about it. We talked about it. I brought it up briefly because it literally happened right when we started recording. I got the news article for it. So Activision finally settled one of its lawsuits. It wasn't it wasn't the one we were talking about last week, and it's also not the one that the state of California. I'm just gonna I'm gonna rip off that Band-Aid. But this one was brought up by the EEOC. It's also another government entity.
Oh yeah, the leftist politician.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they eat the rich dress.
Yes.
I remember. EEOC, we know her well.
We know her so well.
Anyway, sorry.
But the problem is, like, this was a legal case. It was also brought up shortly after California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing sued the company, the DFEH, which is still ongoing. That's the big one. That's the one we're all rooting for to burn them into the ground. And the SEC, which is what we talked about last week, which is the United States Securities and Exchange Commissions.
Securities of Exchange, yeah.
Yeah, so they're there to protect the investors, and the Department of Fair Employment and Housing is to protect the employees. Now,
I'm for protecting the money, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Are you there to protect Bobby? Bobby, no fun?
Bobby. Well, any of the investors. I don't really care about Bobby because he's bleeding. You know, like,
is he bleeding?
He's not. He's not investing his own money.
No,
is he?
He's not. He's also protected
that's
to
what I'm
make
saying.
like $155 million.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want my money. I mean, sorry, their money to go to Bobby Kotick anymore. I want it to go to the janitor.
Yeah, let's give it to that janitor.
Maybe it's a Goodwill Hunting situation.
Maybe, who knows?
They'll run the company super well.
They'll make the next big hit. But so the EEOC did mostly pertain to the sexual harassment and all the other misconduct of the employment. The EEOC alleged that Activision failed to take any action and provide relief against the harassment when they complained that employees would be discriminated due to sexual harassment or even pregnancy, and those people were also subject to discharge or like a constructive discharge, so they would get like temporarily like laid off. So the company, I want to say this, the company settled for $18 million, and they say that the $18 million is going to go towards the victims and like help that. Activision also has to overhaul the company's practices, policies, training procedures on discrimination, harassment, blah, 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 all that stuff. Or they'll be subject to a future audit in the future. Big fucking whoop. Now, the big thing is Blizzard made $7 billion last year.
Yeah.
They settled for $18 million. They settled literally for less than 1% of its earnings from last year in this lawsuit. That's how good Blizzard's defense case is. And that's the thing that's so fucking scary in this. And we're all trying to root for these other two lawsuits to actually fucking do something. Because it just makes me so fucking
Yeah, I mean,
mad.
the settlements have to include people being fired, to be honest.
It has to.
Because even if you can't prove that someone is, like, inciting this culture, it is my experience that everyone behaves under the guidance of the managers. Like, you do whatever you can to get away with whatever you can under X person.
Right.
That's just how it is. So how is it ever going to be different? Because if they can just chuck $18 million every time this fucking happens,
that's like nothing.
and no one's
literally chump
fucking
change.
fired, like, it doesn't. It literally does nothing. So except, I mean, maybe some people get a couple $1 million that didn't have it before, which is really nice, but it doesn't help the next people.
No.
Until the next lawsuit 10 years from now. Like, I don't know. From an individual perspective, it's very difficult to know what to do. But from a macro level, you have to somehow we have to get these fucking people out of the company. Bobby Kotick, just trying to.
Yeah, I think Bobby needs
and
to go.
whoever he hired.
Oh, like the original people.
You know what I mean, for direct people under him, yeah, 100%.
100%. I think so too.
And even if those people are innocent, to be honest, better them with the fucking $300,000 job than 80 people below them getting harassed.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest,
I actually genuinely agree with that. Like, it's ridiculous that they settled for so little. And, like, the courts actually allowed this to, like, settle. And, like, there's literally been, like, hundreds of cases of, like, women and men getting sexually harassed or getting discriminated against.
If fucking O.J. Simpson and Bill Cosby can walk free, like, it's a little tough.
I hate her.
To if you have enough lawyers and you have enough money, it's whatever, you know.
Well, I guess that's why Activision hires fucking conservative defenders, people who have defended politicians.
Wait a minute. I heard that my company. Remember when I said we were in a lawsuit? Yeah. We hired a $5 million legal team.
What?
And we won.
Holy shit.
So are we dirty motherfuckers?
Might be dirty motherfuckers. Who knows? Who knows? Portz?
It was about patents, though.
Oh.
Nothing cool, like sexual harassment.
Right. Because sexual harassment is cool. You fucking
I was
piece of
waiting
shit.
for a response on that.
I couldn't come up with anything witty. My brain just was like, did he just really fucking say that? You piece of shit. Anyway, that's where we should probably end the podcast.
It's about
it's about that time.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's late. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at EvilSpaceBunny and TheRealPortz, and ignore Backlog Podcasts. Also, please continue to share us. We really do appreciate it. We like our numbers going up. It gives us dopamine straight to our brain.
Wouldn't you like it if your friends knew what you were talking about by episode 201?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be neat? What if all of them just knew? You could just turn. It'd be like the old days of watching TV where there are like 4 things on, and you turn to them and be like, "Hey, did you catch that episode last night?" And they wouldn't go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Instead, they'd be like, "You mean ignore the backlog?" Fucking yes, I did. Here's my take on the Activision situation that's still going on 100 fucking weeks from now.
I hope it's not going on that long. Jesus. God.
Activision's still gonna be around for
it's
sure.
It's still gonna be around. It'll just be different fucking drama. I did.
Yeah, it'll be like, look, did you see what Cody Bobick did? That motherfucker. We don't like him. He's the CEO of Activision.
Piece of shit.
Cody Bobick.
What's his new name? Cody Bobick. I did one of my Fapichu, one of my subs, he's like, in episode 2 he's listening from the beginning. He's like, last week he's like, you called Josh Groban alternative music and I've never been more offended. And I'm like, I don't even remember.
Josh Groban?
That's who it was. And he's all like, I'm like, I don't even remember saying this. I'm like, he's kind of okay looking, though. I mean, I guess I could defend it. He's like, you said he was unattractive in the episode. He's like, what is it, buddy? And I'm like, I don't remember saying any of this.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say that because I would fuck the shit out of him. Holy shit. When he played Andy's brother in The Office, holy Lord.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize he was Andy's brother. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
At the dinner party thing at Truth's house? Motherfuck. Yeah. Flicked the bean to that one a couple times, you know what I mean?
Inappropriate. Anyway, good night, everyone.
You listen to this episode? Or podcast in general? Goodbye.